Good morning, everybody. How is everybody doing? I hope you guys are doing well. Today, I'm on a train track, or near a train track, right by Fruitville Road in Sarasota. And I wasn't planning on doing this subject, but I was just driving by and noticed that there was these train cars parked randomly on the train tracks here. And just to go into just an explanation real quick, Sarasota does not have a regularly running train for some reason. I really don't know. The economy or progress has changed to where we do not use trains very much in Sarasota to transport, merchandise or whatever they do with trucks now anyway. So for a long time, the train tracks in Sarasota have been closed. I would say from a certain part of town to the south part of town and to further down, they basically just decommissioned the tracks and they don't use them anymore. Up north, we have Tropicana. World headquarters is in Bradenton, which is just north of Sarasota. So the train runs up there a lot. But as far as in Sarasota, you do not see trains. So I understand if you live in an area where there's trains running by every day, it's not interesting to you because it's an everyday event. But for me, in this town, in this general area of Sarasota, the South Florida, there's not very many trains running. I don't know much about it. I've seen videos north of Sarasota, like Tampa, Clearwater, areas like that. For some reason, they use trains more. But down south, they've basically taken the tracks out and made a trail out of it. That's what they're doing now. So anyway, for you people that think trains are interesting like me, I thought I would share this. So what usually happens is, about a year and a half ago, I went on a quest to find out where the train is, because what happens is you'll drive by the railroad tracks and there'll just be cars sitting here for whatever reason. So I drove down the tracks for about 10 miles to try to figure out where does the train engine stay? Because what you see is you see cars, but you never see the engine. The engine's not down there. There's about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 container cars, or whatever you want to call them. I'm going to put a guess on this and say maybe they're for oranges or something, because they have a big open container on the top. If we walk up here, I guess I could show you real quick. This is not really a great idea to try to climb one-handed. Maybe I can climb two-handed. I can show you the top of this thingy. All right, see what we're talking about here? All right, so that actually looks like gravel or something, or recycled glass or something. Yeah, it looks like it's actually glass. Glass pellets or something, maybe? That's weird. Yeah, so in the top, I guess it's glass or something. And I guess somehow, I don't know that much about trains. I guess they somehow deliver recycled glass or something. I don't know. Yeah, so periodically from time to time, you can drive by the railroad tracks, which are right off the main road, which is back here. Fruitville is like a main state road. You can just look down the tracks and you'll see these cars parked here. Excuse me. All that climbing gave me gas. What am I trying to say? All right, so we covered the fact that it's rare. So one time I went on an adventure to investigate, and I found the train engines parked near the gas production facility, I guess you call it, some kind of gas place in the north part of Sarasota. Just off the tracks, it had like a split track thing where the track branched off of the main track and then it went into a fenced-in area. I guess I could put one of those little things at the top, link at the top if you want to see that. I think it's called the Phantom Train, something about the Phantom Train, because you don't see the train. In my personal experience in the last year and a half, I've seen the train running one time. That's not to say that it doesn't run, but But you know how, like, if you hear a train, you'll hear that train whistle, and the train whistle, you can hear it for like a mile or two. One night I was actually outside of, just coming outside a store, and I heard the train whistle, and I was like, am I really hearing that? Because it's so rare to hear it, but you know when you hear that bob, bob, train whistle. So I jumped on my motorcycle and was trying to chase the train down, and I caught it crossing a street at a certain area, and filmed it at night coming across it was pitch black out. So it's somewhat rare, like I'm saying, to see a train track. And I actually saw another vlog where these were here, I don't know, it was last year sometime, 2016 sometime. Oh, there's a guy hanging out by the train over there. There's a guy sitting under the train right there. A weird spot to hang out. And maybe this train has been here for a while and I just haven't noticed. But I do come down this road a lot to check out the train. There's some kind of thing in the tree over here. What the heck is that? A metal thing. I can't even get out of the tree. Some kind of metal container in the tree there. I wonder what that is. That dude's checking me out over there. He's like wondering why I'm walking around probably. But there's a guy parked on the tracks. Or not parked on the track. He's sleeping underneath the train. Why? I don't know. And if you look down there, there's like some kind of weird encampment down there where people have put like tarps down there and all kinds of goofy stuff, but I'm not going to go down by the homeless gentleman. But the time I was here before, which was sometime in 2016, there was also a bedroll underneath the train, which seems to me really weird. That somebody would actually sleep underneath the train. I don't understand that. I guess it's good shelter against the rain or something. I don't know. Anyway, like I said, it's just sort of a fascination because back in the days when the train ran on a regular basis, which it could have been 20 years ago, I don't even remember when it ran, but I did live near a railroad track when I was young, and the train used to come every day. You'd hear it, you know, it makes a lot of noise and all that stuff, so just interesting whenever you see a train. For me, it's kind of a treat to see a train close up. The thing's so huge. Look at the size of the wheels on the train. They're so big. And the fact that you don't hear the train actually moving is another fascination. It's like a phantom train. It's like it just, out of nowhere, it drops off these cars, and you don't know where it was and when it came, and you can't hear it. This is about a mile and a half from my house, so if it was honking the horn, I think I would have heard it. But one of these days, in the daytime, I'm going to catch the train actually running and film it. But I said for about the last year and a half, I have had my mind and my eyes open to try to catch the train running, and the only time I've ever seen it running was at night. I've seen video of it on YouTube. But anyway, I'm trying to get a nice shot here of me and the train. So that's the train carrying glass in Sarasota.